Now the question is what? Integrate from 0 to pi over 2 of sine into bracket root s times, so that will not be disturbed, times another root s times another root s, all together dot dot dot, close the brackets, all together here. Now one thing we should do here with respect to s, please, with respect to s, that's because of my space, we are doing it with respect to s. Now with respect to s means this one we have a ds here, there should be a ds here. Now one thing we need to do is for we to solve this nested radical expression. Let's solve it. Now that nested radical expression, for we to solve it, this nested radical expression is called nested because we have repeated roots multiplying each other, just next to each other, repeated root, so that's why we call it a nested radical expression. Now we need to solve that nested radical expression. What do we do? Let's say that nested radical expression equal to something. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is, let a be equals to our nested radical expression, root s and another root s and another root s, and let's say triple dots. Now if that is true, then how do I get what I need to get? Let's enjoy this journey. Now I can square both sides. Now if I square both sides, I want you to see it on a beautiful page. If I square both sides, that is, I will square this and I will square this. What do I have? A squared equals s, because this square we take the first square root, not the inner, is the outer. But you take the outer square root. Then we have s, then you still have a what? Root s, then let me leave it this way, dot dot dot. Are we together here? Don't forget, in sequence, if you write 2, 2, dot dot dot, it is the same as somebody that write 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, dot dot dot. What the two of you did, you are telling us that you have an infinitely many 2. The 2 is without end, and this one is still the same. This one here, right? The information here is that the 2 does not have an end. It is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And the information here is still what? It is 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now, what am I trying to say? The implication of what I said here is that the implication is that, now let me show you. The implication is that the whole of this is still a. Do you understand now? So that will be a squared equals s times a. Now somebody will have said, what's the next thing we should do? Let's bring this one to this side. A squared minus as or sa equals 0. Now factorize a into bracket a minus s equals 0. So that is either a equal to 0 or a minus s equals 0. With that, a equals s. A equal to s or a equal to 0. Now let me say something real quick here. There is no, now let's come back to our question. Now coming back to the question, that is the whole of this now is what? Is s. Let me use a beautiful one so that it will be visible to everybody. The whole of that our question is what? Everything here is s. That's the question, because we said everything is a. Don't forget, we agreed the initial conclusion, if I remove this one here, is that everything here is a. So since I get everything is a and I get a itself to be s, so it means everything is s. So the question will now be integration from 0 to pi over 2 of what? Sine s with respect to x. Now somebody will say, why don't we put 0? If I leave it as, because somebody will say we get a equal to s and a equal to 0, are you only picking one side? We can never use that 0. A equal to 0 cannot work here. Why? Because now, how do I integrate sine 0 with respect to s? That's the problem. Do you understand now? So we don't leave that 0 part. A can never be equal to 0. So we'd rather pick the x part. So what do we do now? Let's integrate sine x. Differentiation of sine is cos. Why integration of differentiation of cos is what? Minus sine. Differentiation of cos is minus sine. So integration of sine will be minus cos. So this will now be minus cos s from 0 to what? Pi over 2. what do? Substitute pi over 2 minus substituting 0, when this is what? Definite integral. So this will be minus cos pi over 2, then minus into bracket minus cos 0. Do you get that? Now, something about limit is that now be let me use another beautiful one here. That will be substituting the value here minus substituting the lower limit. Substitution of the upper limit minus substituting the lower limit. Do you understand? Substituting the upper limit here, the upper limit is the upper number, the lower limit is the lower number. So substituting the upper limit minus substituting the lower limit. Now, pi is actually 180 angle wise, that's 180. So 180 divided by 2 is 90. So this is the same as minus cos 90 degree, then minus into bracket minus cos 0. Cos 90 is 0. Please note that. Cos 90 is 0. So that will be minus 0 minus, and cos 0 is 1. Please note that. That will now be what? Cos 90 degree minus into bracket minus 1. So it means that will be what? Minus 0 is still 0 plus 1. So our answer is positive 1. So the answer to the question is what? Positive 1.